What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Litecoin. Right now we're sitting at $395. We're up almost 2%. You know, guys, this is awesome. Seeing Litecoin test its previous all-time high of the last market cycle in 2017. This is all we can ask for right now. You know, and the people who've been here with me throughout all this the last 3 years, and we've been watching Litecoin, congratulations. These are the days you're looking for. And what we need now is for continuation to the upside here on heavy volume. We want to see a nice push through this previous all-time high, because most likely, guys, when we break through this, prices will want to keep going in that price discovery. And what you typically look for is a break and then a back test, and then we try to push higher again, is typically how it ends up working. But Litecoin, what we're looking at here is Litecoin on the weekly, and we're going to work our way down through the day and the 12-hour as well. So if you get some from these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's dig into this. So for Litecoin, guys, the main thing for us, just like when we saw Bitcoin break its previous all-time high at 20,000, it kept running. Obviously, we're going to have corrections in that, but it kept running because what's the easiest way for price to go right now? It's been in a long-term uptrend, and we're breaking out through that. And what typically happens is buyers want to rush into that, and they want to see how high the price can go. And then you'll have that sell off, you'll back test the area, and then most likely move a little bit higher. But these are the things that we want to pay attention to. Just like Ethereum, when it got over top of 1400, it kept running, and now we're at 4000. Okay, so for Litecoin here, obviously we could still have some cooling off periods. Support levels I would look at, I would bring it down to about $328 is going to be an area if we do cool off down into here, and then it'd be down to around roughly about $250 are the downside areas if we do get some type of correction before we potentially move higher. Our volatility stop right now on the 1 week time frame is at 309. And being at 309, you can see right here, guys, we haven't even had our climax volume top yet. Over here, we had about 6 candles, weekly candles, on extremely high volume. You have not seen this type of volume yet. And what's exciting about that is when this happened for Litecoin was around like $50 and then $100. Then we had this blow off top, and we went up almost to 400. So if we get that again, where could this price potentially wick up to if we're prepared? You know, guys, anything can happen in the market. That's where people say, oh, well, the bull market's going to be this much longer, that much longer. Trends can end at any time. If something bad happens, you know, in the world, it's already so volatile, you know, anything can happen. And we have to be prepared for that. And that's where when you do have potentially life-changing money on the table where you can pay off debt, your home, your cars, whatever, don't be afraid to take a little bit of profit as well along the way. Because I was here last time, guys, when people were saying this was going to go to 1,000, and we ended up having that blow off top, and no one would have believed that we would have went back to $22, and it happened. I saw it happen, guys. I've lived this experience. I basically got into Litecoin. Just to kind of tell you my story here, it was roughly about right in this time frame when we had this massive pump up. I found out about Litecoin at like $33 in here, and I've gotten to ride all this up and back through and everything, and I've seen the emotion of when we were down in here, you know, at $40, $50, and everyone's saying Litecoin's done, it's over. You know how many people, rest in peace Litecoin. It was nonstop, and we stuck with it. And you can see Litecoin now at about $400. That's pretty amazing. So like I said, guys, congratulations. And you can see how the chart's looking right now. It almost looks like this just massive W pattern. And what if we could get a nice, beautiful break to the upside there and really have that price discovery, right? Special things could happen, but we always want to be prepared for the risks that you're having out there as well, okay? So now what we're going to do, we're going to move into the 1 day time frame. And if you could also tell me your story, guys, like when did you get into Litecoin? When did you first hear about it? And the reasons that you got into Litecoin. All right, so for Litecoin here, guys, on the 1 day time frame, you can see this 328. We broke up above it. We actually have back tested here. And now if we can get moving a little bit higher, our next area is going to be about $415 we wicked up to. Then I'm going to look around $450 to the upside. Volatility stop's going to be at $334 right now. So basically what it's saying is if you were having a stop loss in this and you were trading this, that's where you want your stop loss given the volatility. So this is something that I like to look at as well. And many times it works out well. I mean, there's times when it does get hit. You can see on wicks and stuff, but it does a pretty good job overall even telling you the trend. Like even these short-term downtrends here, you can see in this, and as it switches back and forth. The relative strength's at 78 right now for Litecoin, so still healthy price action for Litecoin. I mean, we're not too crazy. I mean, obviously at 78, the relative strength is getting up there, but this is a coin that when it wants to extend, it can get up into the 90s for a relative strength. So relative strength is important to look at, but I'm mostly going off price action. That's the main thing I like to go off and then kind of see where we're at here with the relative strength. If we get into the technicals, and also always be aware with Bitcoin, guys, if Bitcoin starts dumping, it's going to bring Litecoin right down regardless of what's going on with Litecoin's chart patterns and everything and price action. So always be aware of that. For the buy here, we have a 3 sell, 8 neutral, 15 buy oscillators, 3 sell, 7 neutral, 1 buy. Moving averages looking strong. So commodity index channel is going to be a sell. Momentum is going to be a sell. Williams range percentage is going to be a sell as well. Moving averages from the 10 all the way to the 100 or the 200 looking good. So you can kind of take a look at Litecoin's trend here, guys, since the big dump in March. And you can see this has been a nice, healthy uptrend. That's what I like. It's not like we saw in the past here, guys, when we just went straight up. Because look what happens when we go straight up. Even in the shorter term, look back in here. Straight up, straight down. So we were all the way up around $100, wicked all the way back to 33 before we got moving again. But this is typically how crypto likes to finish, are these massive blow-off moves. And guys, look, this is even on the 1-day time frame right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically 5 candles in 5 days. We went from $97 all the way up to $427. So that's how these things can finish. And we haven't seen that yet. It doesn't have to happen, right? Does not have to happen. But history, if it's going to somewhat repeat here, if we step back out and take a look at this. And tell me, guys, I'm just kind of freestyling with you right now, just talking to you. Let me know if you like this. So basically when we broke this high right in here, guys, let's take our percentage range. And this is what I like to do on things as well. Kind of get a figure. So about, we'll say 327%. So say even from where we're at right now, say we had a blow off top from here. If we got something around that 300%, could take us to about $1,500 to $1,600, maybe even $1,700, right up into that range before the bear market starts. So we got to be prepared for everything, guys. On the 1-day time frame here, if we take a look at the moving averages, just to show you the overall trend, up above the 20, the 50, 100, 200. We get a retracement. I'd look back to that 20 at about 315. So that's what I want to leave you with, guys. If you ever want to help this channel, we got some addresses in the description box. I appreciate you all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit this notification bell. God bless you all, guys. Take care.